Hey, what's up you guys? So today we're going to learn 4 new techniques. They're going to be the 4 front strikes for the W&A Nunchaku-Do system. So they're going to look like this. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4. All right, so let's get started. So number 1 is going to start in this position just like we did our 3rd upward strike. So we're here. We're going to shoot it out. And the idea of this is to make it flip over and then go out straight. Now, I'm wearing a microphone, so I'm gonna do this close to here, so hopefully you can hear this sound. When we do the strike, we wanna hear this sound. All right, so that sound happens at the very end whenever we lock it out. Now, this took me a really long time to be able to make that sound consistently. What I found is that as I'm throwing this out, I push the tip of the one that I'm holding forward. And then when I get to almost straight here, at this point this starts flipping over, I have to make sure that the tip doesn't drop at the end of the strike. If it drops at the end of the strike, it does something like this, right? So you can see how I'm dropping it and there's not going to be any sound made because the string is going to straighten and then just go around. The sound's only made when it flips over. It has slack here and then the slack is taken out at the very end of that. All right, so what I do is as I throw this, I do a little bit of a pull back. Right as I know that it's about to get that full extension, I do a little bit of a pull back to prevent it from just swinging all the way down, all right? So it'll look more like this, where we try to keep the tip relatively still at the end, right? This takes a long time to be able to do. You'll get the motion of this down, right? But that sound, that's going to be one of the things we're looking for, takes a long time. And when I mean a long time, I mean it probably took me like 9-10 months to be able to do it consistently, right? So don't get discouraged if you cannot do it now, or if you can't do it in a month or even 3 months consistently. It's okay, just keep practicing it and that's how you're going to be able to get it. So that's our first strike. We're starting here. This one can also be done and will frequently be done from over the shoulder position, right? So instead of on the elbow, I like on the elbow, but it will also be done over the shoulder. Whenever you're doing it over the shoulder, push it out slowly at first until you get to where the black part is on your shoulder, and then speed up and do it the exact same way. So especially if it's hanging down here, if I try to go too fast at first, it'll do something like that and just flick it around in that circular motion. So I let it start to slide off to here so that I know that it's straight, right? If it's pointed down, I can't put too much speed into it. I get it straight, and then I go for the thrust. And that'll give you more of that chance of getting that popping sound. All right, so now let's go to number 2. So number 2, again, looks like this. All right, on this one, sometimes you'll get the pop, but it's, in my opinion, not as important on this one. But you go forward, out with it, flick it up, and now the idea is this one lands back in just like the 3rd upward strike. It lands on that arm. So we're going here. All right, so we have this fling as we go for it. In the front. Here. All right, now our 3rd strike starts from underneath the armpit. Now this one goes out. Now I like to hold with my armpit a little bit. I add a little bit of friction so it doesn't just slide right out, no problem. But I'm not adding so much friction that, you know, you see I'm bending the chucks here. You don't want to add that much friction, but add a little bit of friction and it'll allow you to get that pop a little bit better. All right, so you should be able to get this pop easier than the 1st strike. Here, and then you're gonna catch it right underneath. So it goes out and then right back underneath that armpit every time. Shoot it out and bring it back. Shoot it out and bring it back. So this is our 3rd forward strike. Now, our 4th forward strike is just like our 3rd, except for now we add a spin, all right? So we go here, we try to get that pop, and then we add an outside spin to catch it underneath. All right, so this is, in my opinion, even easier than the 3rd strike. And if you can, you still want to try to get that pop by shooting it out, striking it, again, not allowing this to just drop down, and then adding that spin to help you catch underneath the arm. So we strike out, add the spin to catch. Now, just like most strikes, like actual punching strikes, we're going to be popping our shoulder forward with all of these, really. So the first one, right? Notice the shoulder is back, and then I pop it forward. Same with the second one. Back, and now I'm bringing the shoulder back after it, but I want you to push that shoulder forward each time that you do one of these. Right? So that shoulder still pops as we punch that arm out, right? So don't just use the arm like this with the upper body being still. Pop that forward. All right, so now, as always, let's go ahead and let's do a drill to put these together. So this drill is going to be relatively simple. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side, and then we're going to end up switching onto the other side. So starting up over the shoulder, just like this. 1, bring it back. 2, bring it under. 3, straight back to under. 4, all right? And now we can go grip, and then other side, all right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, grip, and reset. 1, 2, under, 3, 4, grip, reset. 1, 2, under, 3, 4. Now, other side. We're facing to the side. Ready? 1, bring it up. 2, goes back to up. Set up underneath. 3, 4, grip, set up. And now when I do that, I also switch my legs, right? I like to have whichever one is striking, I like to have that leg in front. It just makes it more comfortable for me. You don't have to do that. You can stand in a squared position. That's up to you. Ready? 1, 2, under, 3, 4, grip, reset. 1, 2, under, 3, 4, grip, reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, grip, reset, and let's do one more on each side. 1, 2, under, that was 4, not 3, 3, 4, grip, reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so hopefully you enjoyed that drill and putting these all together. Again, these are hard, especially number one, if you're trying to get that pop each time. Don't get discouraged. It took me a long time. Like I said, it took me 9 or 10 months, almost a year before I was able to do it consistently. So if you can't do it consistently, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing it. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, let me know how this worked out for you. If you don't have a pair of these, go ahead and check the link down below. Buy them on Amazon if you're from America. All right, start with the white ones. Earn your rank. Ready? All right, have a great day.